So welcome to day 3 of our morning school, which we are focusing on contextualizing the 100 laws of business in quote Life Success by Bryan Tracy. And the aim is to advance our lives forward, our careers and our businesses forward. Let's look at law number 4 from that book, the law of attraction. The law of attraction, one of the most incredible, powerful laws in the universe, the laws of attraction. Bryan Tracy emphasizes that we are living magnets. As a human being, you are a living magnet. As an entrepreneur, you are a living magnet. As a working professional, you are a living magnet. You invariably attract into your life the people, situations, and circumstances that are in harmony with your dominant thoughts. This is so powerful. You invariably attract into your life the people. Let me start with people. I was talking about relationships the other day. You know, you cannot be maybe thinking of getting a relationship or getting married someday, or for example, and you're always just negatively thinking. You always feel like, you know, you cannot be friends with somebody of this league. You know, your thoughts don't command the ability to attract people of a certain class to you. You automatically exclude yourself already from your thoughts. You cannot attract a certain class of people because your mind don't think about them. Your mind don't believe that these people can come closer to you, right? It is the same like you can, unless you want to get like married, for example, and you start excluding yourself, so that, or like people now, some people are so good at judging that every man is a cheat, every woman is a cheat, or whatever. You know, they just generalize a lot of things, and that's what they have in their minds about people. And that's why they end up attracting only people that will cheat and beat them and will not care about them and many other things, because that's why your mind is full of. You don't believe that you can attract a man who is principled, who is committed, who has a career, who can take care of you, who can support you. You don't believe, you don't have this complete beautiful picture in your mind, so you cannot actually attract it. Same for men. You don't believe that you can like, no, there's a research that says that women who get to be at the top in what they do, automatically they find it difficult to get a relationship, not because they don't want to, but because most men have negative ways of thinking. They automatically exclude them, so that, oh, this lady is not in my league, for example. And they take unnecessary things and they begin to compare, oh, she has this and all of that, right? But that is wrong. That is totally wrong. And that's why they get up, that's why now their minds is focused on all these girls in the quarter, these year girls and area girls and all these area boys around. And that's who you attract. The only girls available to you for you to ask out are girls who are jobless, maybe sometimes hopeless, no incomeless, nothing to show for. They have no dreams, they are not driven, they don't even think of being a master. They don't think. You only attract those who want to drink alcohol and party and go for birthday parties, and the next thing that is happening around, they are not committed to growing, because that is what you have in your mind. It happens, right? It happens. There are some people that have never been invited to any high-class event, to any national platform, or to any just a prestigious platform. They have never mingled around some prestigious people, because in their mind they believe that they don't deserve to be there, that they don't qualify to be there, and they only get to attract invitations on local birthday parties, jangi groups, and that's what you get to be invited to, because that is what you attract. That's what you attract. So you need to start shifting the kind of thoughts, the kind of dominant thoughts you have about the kind of people you desire to attract in your life. Like, for example, there are many people here who thought that they can never be this close to me. Like, seriously, they'll send it to me inbox, right? But the days that they're thinking, oh, you know what, maybe I should join this program. The more you start thinking about it, the more you started attracting me into your circle. That's a fact. You get a point? So you need to start shifting. Many of you may have very weak circles because of the kind of thought, the kind of dominant thoughts you command about the kind of people that you can have access to and connect with. You need to shift that. You need to be a principled person and even sit down and write the kind of qualities of people you like to mingle around with. You are not proud. You are not minimizing anybody. No, you are just being principled and committed and intentional about the kind of things you want to have around you. And if other people want to be the kind of people you want, they should upgrade their lives. They should step up their lives. So we need to do that, right? We invariably attract into our lives the people, situations, and circumstances that are in harmony with our dominant thoughts. Let's go to situations now. If you constantly don't think about good situations, you will always attract negative situations and circumstances. If your dominant thoughts are always just about maybe being in a mediocre environment, in a poor environment, in a poor quarter, in a poor community, just having a management job and all of that, that's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to attract. Even where you're working right now, if you don't believe that you can grow in that place, don't believe there's a future in that place, don't believe that you can contribute to advancing that place to grow and you can get to work in a better environment, you're not going to do that. Because your mind, your dominant thought around that situation and circumstances are not possibilities, are not attractive, are not excellent, are not positive enough to give you the beautiful circumstances and situations that you are looking for. So this is one of the great laws that explains much of success and failure in business and personal life. This particular law of attraction has been written as far back as the ancient Egyptian mystery schools 3,000 years before Jesus Christ was born. It is so powerful, pervasive, and all-encompassing that it affects everything you do or say or even think or feel. Whether you like it or not, this is one of those laws I always tell you guys, one of those laws that if you like, you argue, go up and down. It's a law that if you don't sink yourself into it, you will lose a lot of opportunities in life. This is a law that is older than you and I, older than our ancestors. We cannot question it. This is a law created by God himself. The only option we have is to sink ourselves into it and make good use of this particular law. It is one of the most powerful laws on earth that encompasses everything that we do. Therefore, from today, I want to charge you. I want to charge you personally, and I want to remind you and emphasize that everything you have in your life, everything you have ever attracted to yourself up to this very moment, it is because of the way you think. It is because of the person that you are. It is because of your dominant thoughts. If your dominant thoughts have been that of lack, have been that of poverty, have been that of struggle and all of that, that will be the situation around you. But if your dominant thoughts are those of possibilities, those of abundance, those of increase, those of excellence, those of rising, those of double growth, that is what you will start experiencing. And when you start having those kind of dominant thoughts, it starts orchestrating everything around you to focus in that direction and engineer the results that you desire. For every action you have ever taken, your dominant thought played a critical role in engineering that. If you went to bed and part of your dominant thought did not involve being part of the morning school today, you wake up and your body will be heavy to even join the morning session because their dominant thoughts did not involve that you should wake up at 3:45 a.m., 4 a.m., and be part of the morning school. And that's why you have always heard it said, like the book says, you must have heard it said that birds of a feather flock together. Like attracts like, right? Whatever you want wants you. These are ways of expressing the law of attraction. Whatever you want wants you. Physicians will say like attract like, right? Birds of the same feather flock together. What are you attracting into your life? Your thoughts are extremely powerful. Your thoughts are like a form of mental energy that travels at the speed of light. One of the highest things in the universe that has high speed are your thoughts. Your thoughts are so powerful that they can go through any barrier, any difficulty, any life challenges. Look at what Duran shared. Those thoughts alone broke that particular barrier that they had. That is why, for example, you can think about a person and sometimes at a great distance or in the next moment, your phone rings and that person is calling you. Has that ever happened to you? You're just thinking about something like in the morning, and maybe you guys are not spoken for a while, and in the evening or in the afternoon, the person calls you. That I'm sure we have experienced that. That is the power of the laws of attraction. You're just thinking about somebody, and then less than 5 minutes, they send you a text message on WhatsApp, and then, hey, how are you? Just checking on you. Yeah, I mean, wait, but I was just thinking about you. Or like those that have been in relationships, for example. You see somewhere and you're thinking about somebody, and then you're trying to text a person and check on the person. That person type you at the same time. Laws of attraction. So powerful. So powerful. And that's why it's important to know that it is our responsibility to change how we think. Your thoughts are connected to that person who reaches out to you at that particular time when you're thinking about that person. There's always that speed of thought that reaches and hits them and start creating a change reaction or a connection reaction. Whenever things are not going well in any organization, in your business or in your career, the fastest way to bring about change is to bring in a new person who changes the way people think and feel about themselves and what they are doing. Let me read that again for entrepreneurs and those who run companies and institutions. Whenever things are not going well in any organization or business, the fastest way to bring about change is to bring a new person who changes the way people think and feel about themselves and what they are doing. This is why companies hire coaches and consultants and trainers like us to go talk to their team when there's a drop in commitment, there's a drop in hard work, there's a drop in results. Because you need somebody who has a higher level of thinking and who believes in possibilities to bring that spirit, to bring that excellent spirit into that new atmosphere and push out the dormant spirit that influences negative results. You need somebody to come and cause a change in terms of influencing the thought patterns of the people in the organization so that they can start attracting better things for the organization. So when you bring someone like a coach or a trainer or a consultant, they bring in new values, they bring in new visions, they bring in new strategies, they bring in new policies towards customers and towards employees, which rapidly brings in change. That's why if you have noticed, you've ever been in an organization that is struggling, anytime an expert comes and goes, within that particular period, there's always a change in result. There's new momentum, new energy, new things start happening. And now it takes a good leader to maintain and sustain that particular momentum. For some organizations, they put some of us trainers on what they call a retainer basis, where we get to come every month and create different scenarios and activities to make sure that we are pumping new energy and new blood, new policies, new strategies, and pushing employees to keep on developing new possibilities about the organization, which affects their law of attraction, which results to them attracting better customers, better profit, and a better working environment. The law of attraction is critical. From today, be careful about your dominant thoughts. Be careful about your dominant thoughts. I want to challenge you. After this session, engage in a rigorous process of self-analysis, self-examination. Look closely at the world around you and see how it harmonizes with their thinking. You're going to see clearly. You're going to see that, oh, this is happening in my life right now because these have been my dominant thoughts in the last 1 month, in the last 3 months. I don't joke with this particular analysis. Every month I analyze what my dominant thought for this month. What have you been thinking about? And then I look at the realities around me. And I always see a direct relationship, like a strong relationship, very direct. So after this, take time, guys. Take time and do a self-analysis. Look at what is happening around you right now. Look at what you have been thinking about in the last 1 month. You will see that there's a harmonization with their realities and what you have been thinking about. And take full credit for all the good things in your life. Yes, take the credit for it and give glory to God. They are there because you have attracted them yourself with the right thinking. Then look around you at the things you don't like. Look at the things happening around you today that you don't like. You are not proud of, you are not impressed about it. Take full responsibility for them as well. They are there because of you, because of some flaws in your thinking. They are there because there is a shift, there is a negative way that you have been thinking. Take responsibility. What is that flaw in your thinking? What is that a broken path in your thinking that you're going to change? What are you going to do about it? And let me tell you about thoughts. When thoughts happens immediately, challenge them immediately. And one of the best ways to build unique, powerful thought patterns is through your words and your actions. You don't conquer thought with thoughts. You conquer thoughts with your words and with actions. If there's a thought telling you that, oh, it's not possible, you cannot do it. Or like in Durant's case, it's okay, no, you cannot approach that man. He's too influential for your business. Your business has not yet grown to the level that you can serve that man. Don't try to counter that with thought. No, say that no, tomorrow we are going to that man, we're going to present our clinic to that man, and we're going to pitch the business and influence him to register himself and his family to be part of our program in the clinic. And then tomorrow go and do it. Automatically, you have already shifted your thought pattern in that particular direction. And your thought pattern starts shifting when you start saying it. You start self-prophesying it to yourself. As I always say, when you see some people talking on the street, it doesn't mean that they are poor or they are going through problems. Some of them are fighting internal battles with their thoughts, which is okay, which is good, which is important, which is imperative in their journey to success. Look into yourself and ask, what is it in me that is causing this situation? For every effect happening around you, there's a cause. And the major causes start internally. Your internal belief system, your internal thought pattern. They are responsible for the effects that you're experiencing right now. Assume as a basic principle that you are the ongoing architect of your own life. You are the ongoing engineer of your own life. You are the ongoing coach of your own life. You need to assume that responsibility. You are the architect of your own destiny. You continually create what happens to you by the way you think, because your dominant thoughts start attracting the kind of things that you think about continuously. What changes do you need to make in your thinking from today, people? You've got to ascertain clearly, hey, I need to change this particular thought about my business. I need to change this particular thought about my career. There are some of you that you don't believe that can get a job that can pay you 1 million francs a month. You think that is not possible at all. And that's how you just block those kind of opportunities from happening to you. You block it away. What changes do you need to make in your thinking if you want to change or improve some aspect of your life? Let's look at the second law and then we conclude for today. The law of correspondence. The law of correspondence. The law of correspondence. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. It corresponds with your dominant patterns of thinking. The law of correspondence is just a continuation regarding the law of attraction. The difference is that it's trying not to connect clearly. When you say correspondence, you know, if you send a letter to me, an email to me, you expect me to respond to that email, right? There are organizations that they send monthly correspondences every month and they always expect a reply from the person that they send to. Nothing can happen to or for you in the long term until and unless it corresponds to something inside of you. Oh, guys, there must always be a correspondence, guys. There must always be a correspondence between the reality that you desire and your inner world. If there is no correspondence, there is nothing, there's no clear connection. You're expecting something different, but your inner world is built different. You're not going to manifest like that. You're living life by accident. What others take 2 years to achieve, you're going to take 12 years to achieve because you struggle to connect. Your outer reality struggles to connect with your internal reality. So your success chances are far, they are not close enough. So we need to be very careful about it. Nothing can happen to or for you in the long term until and unless it corresponds to something inside of you. And I want to take you back again to what I was sharing about entrepreneurs. You know, so what I was sharing about entrepreneurs, whereby you're running a business and then you're looking for a job. There's already a disconnection, a very strong, there's no correspondence. That's why your business cannot grow to a certain level. You're running a business in Cameroon and you're looking for opportunity to travel out of the country. You're confusing the spirit. You're confusing a lot of things. So you just got to make a decision. And say, okay, you know what? And have a very clear decision. Don't try to impose the two at once. Just make a decision. Okay, this one like that, I'm just managing. Better tell yourself like that. And let your internal spirit man know that, okay, this one I'm just managing. My main thing is this one. Okay, and then your energy and action should be more on what you want. So that the universe, God, and whatever system can be clear to know what they deliver to you. And so that the correspondence can be clear. For example, like if you're running a business and want to travel abroad, better dedicate 80% of your time and resources looking for open doors abroad. Give 20% for your business. Tell yourself you're managing this, I'm just passing time. You get a point? And then let me tell you something. The universe will focus on where your dominant thought, your dominant actions are. But you cannot be trying to be committed to traveling abroad, committed to the business. You're just confusing the whole stuff. And it delays your speed of success. Trust me, it does. Because it confuses what should be released to you. These are things that many people don't think about. They don't. And then I said, hey, look at carefully, even look at yourself. Notice that that's why there are some things that you have been doing like 3, 4, 5 years. It's as if you're almost in the same position, but you have been so busy. You're so busy looking for opportunities. You're busy everywhere, like seriously busy. But when you say, okay, but what is the biggest significant thing you have achieved? You cannot point to, okay, you know what, I am proud of this. It's so huge and so significant. I will tell you guys, the day I decided that it is either this, I succeed in this or not, that was the change of whatever I've been doing. There's never been a day since then I said, okay, you know what, if I see a job, I'm going to take. There's never been a day I said, oh, well, you know what, I'm going out of the country, I'm relocated. That thought has never crossed my mind. I am building it in Africa. Simple, full stop. And the results are there. And give us 10 years, give us 20 years. We're going to be there. There's no doubt about that, because there is absolute belief and absolute commitment to it. Because this law of correspondence is critical. Nothing can, and look at this, a key word, the long term. Be careful, people. Nothing can happen to or for you in the long term. It's clearly stated, in the long term. That's why you need to be careful about the actions you take now. Don't be just briefing yourself up and down and doing immediate result, immediate benefit. You're not thinking about tomorrow. Nothing can happen to or for you in the long term until and unless, it's very clear, until and unless it corresponds to something inside of you. There must be something inside of you that consistently yearns for that thing in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. Look at those who have experienced tremendous success. Look at those you admire. Go and look at their story. What they have been doing, they're not doing for less than 7 years. Go and look at it. Go and do your own research. You'll see it. You see, it takes consistent yearning, consistent building that correspondence both on the inside and on the outside for you to be that, for you to experience that manifestation. But when you're trying to do so many things, there's no consistency in terms of how you yearn and desire for something particular thing. You're just confusing. You end up being busy for 5-7 years around many things, but you're not recording results like other people. You know the difference? While you are dividing your energy, resources, and your mind and your spirit to do 4 things, they brought theirs to one thing that they are sure of, and they focus on it. So you have 4 things. Instead of dedicating 8 hours or 16 hours into one thing, you are dedicating 2 hours into 4 things. So you may need maybe 20 years or more, or even at all, you don't even end up succeeding at anything that makes sense, because you are just everywhere. And the correspondence internally was also confused, because today you want this, tomorrow you want this, or next week you want this, next month you want this, last year you wanted this year you wanted this. You are just confusing your own self. You're confusing the destiny helper that God already programmed to come and help you if you decided to focus on a particular path. If you want to change or improve anything in your life, you must begin by changing the inner aspects of your mind. That is the first place of the correspondence. It leads from there to the outer world where the reality is created. Your greatest responsibility in life is to create within yourself the mental equivalent of what you want to experience on the outside. I hope you got that. One of your greatest responsibility in life is to create within yourself the mental equivalent of what you want to experience on the outside. There must be that clear correspondence. There must be that clear correspondence. Very clear. I remember I used to dream of how, I want to travel to different nations and live in luxurious hotels and do work with different government ministers. I used to have those thoughts like for 10 years, 8 years, 7 years. And I would be thinking about it. Oh Lord, what is going to happen? When is it going to happen? But I used to just keep thinking about it. But now it's a reality. It is a reality. I remember I used to think, when will be the day that people start paying me 100,000 for those days in Congo? Somebody went to come and speak and they give you 5,000, they give you 7,500, give you 8,000, 10,000. And they'll be like, oh God, well, I can't wait for somebody to start paying me 10,000, 100,000 francs. Or when would I charge somebody in dollars and they pay me in dollars, $5,000, $2,000, and all of that. But all of those things now are realities. They are realities. And I can categorically tell you, some of you have been with me for 4 years as mentees, or even just 2 years. You can categorically see that there is a way that I consistently talk and I consistently think. There are things that I've constantly shared with you as far as my thought pattern is and thinking pattern is. We need to get this right, people. We need to. I was so furious in the mentorship WhatsApp group this morning because I am not impressed with some people at all. I am not. Because sometimes I'm getting mad because I'm like, guys, this works. This works. I just wish you could get it and just do what I'm telling you to do. Especially like this knowledge and teaching these things that I do. I believe that they work so incredibly well. Sometimes I'm furious, not because of anything. Of course, mentees, they're not paying on a monetary to be their mentor. But it just sometimes just so dissatisfying that you see that, okay, somebody's not doing well in life, but you feel that this is what they are missing to do well, to get to where you desire them to be, but they are not getting it. I've told you guys several times, nobody can stand in this country and say, I gave Joybert 100,000 francs to support him in whatever he's doing. I have never had external investments in my business and my career, never. The greatest thing people have given me is knowledge, experience, and advice. And I've used it to build whatever I have today. It is the knowledge I have been looking and seeking for. I'll share with you guys when I started my career to choose this part in 2011 and 12 and so on. I used to go to bed 11 p.m. I wake up at 2 a.m. I was not teaching anybody. I was studying. I was eating books. I was not studying less than 6 hours every day. And by then, 2011, 12, there were no coaches. There was nobody to provide support like this. You guys are reading a book. After that, I give you a 1-hour coaching session again on how you should implement the book in your life. I didn't have this kind of stuff. That I always tell my mentees, what I took 2 years to achieve, you achieve it in 1 year or less. Because you are not creating a blueprint so you are not trying to create a path from afresh. You have advice, you have experience to be shared with you in the process. It enhances your ability to succeed faster. You succeed slower when you are trying to create the path from square one on your own and there's no support. There's no mentorship, there's no coaching, there's no advice. You succeed at a slower pace. That's why young people in America and Europe succeed faster than us. You know why? There already existed many patterns for them. Some of them are just copying and pasting old patterns and improving on them to fit their current dispensation. That's why they get to succeed faster than some of us. So you've got to do some things and improve. Your greatest responsibility in life is to create within yourself the mental equivalent of what you want to experience on the outside. The fact is that you cannot achieve it on the outside until you have first created it on the inside. There must be a direct correspondence. There must be a direct correspondence. You cannot wake up and expect to have a good day on the outside when on the inside you have not orchestrated a good day on the inside. How do you want to have a good day on the outside, guys? You get on the morning, you're already thinking of, oh, what if I have an accident? You will have it, oh. You will have it if you think like that. Oh, you get in the morning and say, oh, sales will not be good today. I don't think I'm going to sell today. You will not sell because that is the correspondence you have sent. That's the message, that's the email that you have sent from your internal spirit to the outside reality. You get in the morning, you're only thinking of negative things. Oh, that's the correspondence that your external world is going to collect and it's going to give you back 100-fold. And if I say, oh, this life is not going, it's going, oh, because you are broke doesn't mean that the rest of Cameroon is broke. Because you're struggling, doesn't mean the rest of Cameroon is struggling. We are not struggling at all. It's with you that you are struggling. Create your internal reality, people. Create it. Most people think that the problems in their lives are caused by other people and external circumstances. They are shocked and angered to be told that they are the primary architects of everything that happens to them. When it comes to me for coaching and business consulting, I never hold anybody around you responsible. Those who have had one-on-one coaching with me, I have never held your family responsible for your life. I have never said, oh, you see their uncle like that, he's responsible for where you are today. I hold you responsible for your life. I hold you responsible for your life. Stop thinking that their problems have been caused by other people and external circumstances. Yeah, some things may have happened to bring you to where you are, but it is your responsibility to take yourself from where you are to where you're supposed to be. Like I was telling myself, of course, I did not ask my mom to go and give birth to me while she was in school. I did not do that. I don't know why she ended up struggling and being a farmer and being a primary school teacher, and they were paying her 10,000 francs every month as salary. I was not responsible for all of that, but that was the reality I found myself in. But I had a choice instead of contemplating, oh, this uncle cannot help me, this auntie cannot help me, or this cannot help me, or I am just of a poor family, there's nothing I can do, my honor day, I just to manage life. I had a choice to do that. But everybody has a choice. Either you choose to blame people and blame their circumstances for the kind of life you live, or you accept the responsibility and begin to re-engineer yourself internally and start sending out the right correspondences regarding your life, regarding your career, regarding your finances, regarding your business. Stop expecting millions when your internal system doesn't think about millions. You already exclude yourself from the kind of ability to make a certain amount of money. It's not going to happen to you because there's no correspondence. Your spirit man has to correspond something that makes sense to God's own ecosystem. Your internal belief system has to correspond something that is powerful to the outer world. That is your responsibility. Stop being like people who want others to change, who want the world to change, but they do not want to change themselves. There are many people like that, especially in this country, Cameroon. They always want the government to change. They always want other people to change. They themselves, they don't want to change. They want the world to change. The world will never change and fit you. You've got to adapt. You've got to cause the change from yourself first. This law is the key to personal freedom and happiness. This law is the key to career success and business success. It is the high road to great success and fulfillment. The law of correspondence is the high road to great success and fulfillment. By thinking and talking about what you want, by refusing to think and talk about what you don't want, you become the architect of your own destiny. Never forget that from today. It should be part of your daily lifestyle. It should be part of your daily pattern of living. By thinking and talking only about what you want, and by refusing from today to think and talk about what you don't want, you become the engineer, you become the architect of your own destiny. So I want to challenge all of us today. Let's begin today to build the consciousness, to build the mental equivalent on the inside of the life you want to enjoy on the outside. Start building it first. Visualize and imagine that your business is a perfect business and is growing on a daily basis and is recording hundreds of thousands and millions in sales every week and every month. Start seeing your business like that. That's why I've stopped calling your business a small business. Call it a business. If you keep saying on the inside as small, it will remain small. So from today, start making changes in your thinking concurrently. Change your thinking consistently. Don't wait for a special time to change your thinking. If you know that your thinking is wrong right now, change it immediately right now. Take action right now and change it. You have to cause that change. You have to cause that change. And that's why it's good to define what success means to you as a person. It's good to define what success means to you as a person. Success can be defined as being happy with what you have got. We all have what success means to us differently. And that's why our correspondence, our internal correspondence is very critical. Success is not determined necessarily by material things or accomplishments. You can enjoy success simply by reaching the point where you are perfectly content with your life in every aspect. You feel no dissatisfaction or pressing need for anything else. That could be success. You have to ascertain what success means to you. Determine your success path, determine your success journey, and then make sure that your internal correspondence is so powerful, is full of possibilities, is full of abundance, is full of change, is full of growth, is full of excellence. Then you start, the outside world will collect and connect to that correspondence inside of you and create the reality that you desire. And when you get this right, you will start getting your success journey right. All right, people, that is it for today. You can take some comments and some questions. And we are done for day 3 of our morning school.